Hi, I'm Paul.
I'm Diana.
And today we're going to walk you through part 2 of our video about graffiti-inspired art. In part 1 of this video, as you'll recall, we talked about how a few days ago Diana and I went out to the Trout Creek Trestle looking for color on a very gray winter day. While we were there, we found a great wall covered in graffiti, and I took a number of photos of it. Diana was inspired by those photos and is creating an original piece of abstract art based on the wall. Last time, Diana took us through the process of beginning the painting, and that involved a lot of very foundational elements. She gessoed the cradled wood panel, she added some gel and some medium to it, and she even added some very gritty concrete-like pumice. Today, Diana's going to take us through the rest of the painting. So Diana, why don't you start by telling us what's changed since the last time we looked at this piece?
The pumice is gotten darker since it's dried. The rocks are really in there, so I'm quite happy, and we're going to start to paint.
Great, so time to paint?
Yeah.
Let's jump right in.
Okay. Well, I found that these vibrant, beautiful colors that show on here are actually quite transparent. And so I've experimented off camera, but I'll show you too. I just wanted to know what I needed to do to get some of these colors that we're hoping for. So I have gone through and picked out a few colors that we could combine with them to get these colors, or as close as we can. I will be using a paintbrush for each color so I don't get them all, the colors mixed up and get muddy. I also have my trusty toothbrush that I will be scrubbing into some of the grit. I have my roller that I want to put the zinc white on over in this area, but first we have to apply some of the colors underneath, make sure that they are dry before we start putting more paint on top. Hopefully we will get this effect. You can see the different colors underneath. We'll put that on first, then we'll put some zinc white on top. And then to do this blue, I am going to, you can see it's quite blunt strokes. I've cut one of these into a little tiny piece, and hopefully that'll work. I was telling you last time that to put the crackle in not on the grit, but in the spaces that I had left. I noticed that it did spread. It does spread. And when it spread into the crackle, you can see right here how it really lifted some of the pumice. Enough chit chat. Let's start to paint. Oh, I have to put my apron on. It's also very graceful, but it's needed. Okay, time to paint. Where should I start? So I am going to start with the underpainting darkens. I'm just going to start painting and you can watch. The wall's been there for years. So graduation, there's lots of kids every year go up there and spray paint or paint on the wall. So there's lots of layers. So I am doing one of the dark layers, and I'll work that up. As you notice, I'm kind of like all over the place, but I am a painter that is, it just I just go with the flow. I don't have an idea, it just happens. I'm going to mix this metallic green. It's very transparent. I'm going to mix it with ultramarine blue. So darken it. So let's mix that up. It always has a really ugly stage, and this is definitely one of them. So I am going to put this stripe on here, and then I'm going to let it rest and come back to it. Hi, I'm back. I've let it sit for a bit, and now I'm going to carry on. Well, that's about as far as I'm going to take this today, or probably ever. This 10 by 10 was a great experience and a great journey. I loved playing with the different textures and the colors. And when I look at a 10 by 10, it gives me an opportunity to see whether or not I want to take it into a bigger painting. And it gives me the opportunity to know exactly, well, not exactly, but how much of the textures I will need for a big painting, and how the different textures are going to play together. For instance, when I use the pumice and the crackle, I had left spaces for the crackle, but it flowed onto the pumice. And interesting enough, the pumice and the crackle reacted. It wanted to get away from the pumice. So it developed sort of like petals, which is kind of cute. Using the 10 by 10, I know that when I do a bigger one of it, I will need to have a little more space, a road to travel down, giving you breaks in between the busyness, just so you can have a breath. So hopefully we all learn through this 10 by 10 to carry on, if we want to carry on. Hope you've enjoyed the journey with me.
Well, I'm back. Haven't seen this for quite a while, so how's it coming?
It's coming out crazy.
Crazy. Wow, it looks like you've got a lot of texture on there.
A lot of texture.
Huh.
And one of these are always better to see from afar.
How far away?
Like to the other side of the block.
A city block? Yeah.
It's fun to do, but it's got a lot of texture.
Yeah, it's got more than texture. It's got a lot of color too. How did you feel about those colors in the end?
Like I said, they're not my favorite, but they went on pretty good. I used a roller here, and that was kind of fun.
That's very interesting. And the way you captured that wax mound is really a lot of depth as well.
Yeah, the darks and the lights. That's how that works.
So this is the $1 million question that I always ask you about these things. Is this finished?
I don't know. I have to look at it for a while. It might be completely whited over and done differently, but for now, I tried and had my fun with this wall.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it did capture the concrete feel to it.
It really did. Yeah, there's a lot of that rough texture of concrete.
Yeah, and the rocks. Yeah, I like this area here. It looks like the concrete, but
it's great.
The colors. Anyways,
those kids didn't know what they were starting when they put all that graffiti on the wall.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
That was fun.
All right. Well, then why don't we call it a day? That's it for part 2 of our video. It's come out kind of differently than I think any of us thought it might come out. But that's kind of the fun of art, isn't it? You start, you don't know the destination.
No.
But the reward is in the journey. Really it is. So we'll sign off for today. Thank you for being with us again on this video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please take a moment to subscribe and to press the notification button so that you get a notification every time we upload a new video. Also, if you have a chance, give us a like and leave us a comment below because we really enjoy your comments. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video.
Well, I've had my dinner. Hi, I'm back to, I don't know. Hi. No, I don't need to say back. I'm high. Hi, I'm back. No. Hi. Well, I'm back. And what do I want to say? Hi, I'm back.
Yeah.
I forgot what I'm saying again. Hi, I'm back. I've let it sit for a bit, and now I'm going to carry on.